with Johann Bordais, who is the President and CEO of Embraer. Johann, how are you doing?
Doing great, thank you. Happy to be here for this new edition of Farnborough 2018.
I know, it's going to be a great couple of days. Now, talk to me about your new role, because you are obviously the CEO and President, but you're also the Chief Happiness Officer.
Absolutely. What a boring title, right? President and CEO of Customer Support and Services. So when we decided at Embraer about 12 months ago to unify all the segment on customer support side, to put the commercial, executive, and defense together, and even agricultural, it kind of puts together, 50 years, almost 50 years of experience of customer support. And I wanted to be a little bit different than the others, because everyone is kind of moving in that direction. And then I was in the Silicon Valley, and we were visiting a few startups, and I could see on one door one day, and I could see like people happiness officer, and I'm like, well, that kind of sounds cool to me, but it can't be, people. People is very important, of course, obviously, but in my role, I said, well, I got to change that title to CHO.
So what does Chief Happiness Officer? What role is that?
I tell you what, it really takes care of the customers. That's the DNA of Embraer. Mm-hmm. We do it with our heart, with our passion. That's what we started. We're the challengers. If you think about it, about 20 years ago, the Embraer 145, what made Embraer very much international and global, right? And when we did this, most of the customers were looking at the product, and they were loving it. It was like, well, that's a very competitive airplane. I think it's going to be a great success, but I got a problem, Embraer. Well, first of all, I didn't know that Brazil, were doing airplane, that could make an airplane, but now I know, and I love it. But I don't want to be supported from 9,000 kilometers away, because anything that we would do out of Europe or the Americas or in Asia, it'll be very far. So I want you to invest deeply in the customer support. I want to make sure that your support is next to me, is at my door. And that's what we did. We actually invested before any other OEM massively, because we had to, not because we thought it was a great vision, because we had to. And I think it paid off 20 years after.
So Johann, what are the biggest challenges of being Chief Happiness Officer?
I think really just to make sure that the reliability of all the airplanes and all the segment that we have and the operational cost are exactly what the customer has been expecting. And I think this is exactly what all the customer support and services responsible for any OEM is looking for. Yeah. Make sure that you have the right cost of operation and the availability. And you'll think, well, availability, what about the, okay, fine, I understand when it's an airline because it needs to get, off the gate on time. So what would it be on the executive jet? Well, anytime that the owner of a executive jet wants to go to Las Vegas, or wants to go and pick up his kid or whatever, and then go for a business trip, he needs to fly. And also for the Army or the Air Force, it's all about availability, because then out of 10 airplane fleet, then all the time they got to be full flight and full mission readiness for 8 of them, for example, 8 out of 10. So it's all about availability and operating costs. So that's what you got to keep really at the maximum.
Johann, thank you very much for chatting to us, and have the most amazing Farnborough Air Show.
All right, well, thank you very much, and hope to see you in a couple of years then.
Yeah.
All right, and I'll show you, what we've done, to make our customers even happier.
I'll take a jet, thanks.
All right.
I'll take a Legacy 500.
Legacy 500, there you go. I love it. Thank you.